What's up, friends? This is Manni, and it's finally time for you to start playing Star Citizen with this starter pack video guide, as well as a full review for the Avenger Titan, which in my opinion is by far the best starter package, from where you can also upgrade to many other ships later, and also a giveaway in which you can win a $50 Star Citizen gift card to upgrade your starter ship further if you do follow my advice and start playing Star Citizen now with my referral link down below. I explain more about the giveaway in a minute, but let's first have a look at the reason why I've made this video right now. Because with the CitizenCon there's currently multiple on sale starter packs, and one of which is the by far most important one, the Duelist CitizenCon starter pack with the Avenger Titan, giving you 24 months of insurance together with all the P6 sniper, the armor, and an extra skin. And this insurance, as well as the other goodies, carry over into any ship that you may eventually upgrade to. But important is also for you to know, even if the CitizenCon deal is not there and the discount is gone, the Avenger Titan will still remain the best starter ship in any case. Unless you want to do mining, in which case you can go with the mining starter pack, of course. Before I show you the important ship stats and combat and other game loops you can do with it, let's have a look at the ship first with a quick ship tour. It's not very big, so it will be quick. You can already see the huge size 4 weapon on the front. And this is like one selling point that they gave the Intrepid, that it had a size 4. Dude, this ship has a size 4 and 2 size 3s under the wings on top of that, okay? And then it has a larger cargo area that where you can go inside, you can transport more than just boxes, I'll show you later. And yeah, there is just unlimited amount of advantages over other ships such as the Intrepid. There's also a bed here for bed logging, which works for as long as the feature is still in the game, and a cockpit area with a separate entrance for when the storage area is full with cargo, okay? Now, this ship is one of the fastest ships in the universe, and it has an incredibly high amount of damage output for its size and speed. So this thing can go as an interceptor, kind of, even though its designation is courier or mini freighter, right? But that's what I mean when I say this is the best starter ship. It offers you a bit of every little game loop that you can do, and mastering this in a dogfighting PvP, you can shoot down even the best pilots. The next 4 minutes are about the giveaway and how to upgrade ships. In case you're not interested in either of them, you can just skip ahead to the combat right after. Alright, let's come to the giveaway and show you how to upgrade your starter ship, which I believe for a starter guide is very important. On the pledge store, you click on other and then ship upgrades, which gets you to the following page, where on the left side you can choose what ship to upgrade from, in this case the Avenger Titan. And on the right side you can choose what to upgrade to, and there are a number of useful options. For example, there's the Cutlass Black. As a more all-round daily driver, you're losing your speed and this agility and fighter potential, but you gain a daily driver with cargo, with more shielding and more all-round potential. And even though it says $59 here on the bottom right, by winning the $50 gift card in this giveaway, you will be exactly able to upgrade from the Titan to the Cutlass Black. Another choice would be, for those of you who are hauling cargo, the C1 Spirit is a great starter ship. It's a little more expensive, but a super awesome daily driver, even better than the Cutlass Black if you ask me. And then we have, and this is with the 4.3.2 update that just arrived in Star Citizen, the new ship Shiv, which is by far the best combat-oriented I can't say starter ship, but ship to upgrade to, because it offers an immense amount of firepower. We'll look at this in a minute. Together with cargo, great range, decent mobility, and even a multi-crew aspect. So, and it's also currently under discount at the moment of recording this video, but even later with $150, still worth much more than most other ships in the game. Now, the way the giveaway works, okay? Once you have joined the game using my referral link below in the video description and pinned comment, then I will see you become a prospect in my list when you've registered using my link. From that point on, you already get 50,000 additional credits in-game, which is really good to start out, and that is safe for you because you used my referral link. But you will still have to gain access to the game by yourself by buying one of those starter packs, and again, the Avenger Titan is the one that I would choose in your stead. Then you will become a recruit. And that makes you eligible for winning the gift card, and I will draw winners every week for a while, okay? So you have multiple chances here. So once you've gotten the starter pack, you're here in the recruits, and then you tell me your name, which I can verify from the list here. And you tell me this by using the second link below, which is a Google document for the giveaway, where you can give me your account name so I can verify that it's actually you who's joined, and the email that you registered your account with, because this way there is a referral and a gift program in RSI page, and I can have CIG send you the gift card where you can claim it, okay? And that's why I need these two set of informations. And below, you also click those three things, and that's it. And then I will announce the winners periodically here every week or so on the channel. Now, once you have played the game a little bit with your Avenger Titan and you've won the giveaway, you can, for example, choose here Add to Cart from Avenger Titan to Cutlass Black as an example, all right? And then you will have added it to your cart. You go to checkout, and from here, you can then use the gift card that you have claimed, because now you have, thanks to the gift card, $50 store credits. I got 51 right now. So with those $50, you see the ship costs $59, which is with taxes. Maybe it will say something different for you, but here on the amount, you can then type in 50 and add, right? And that will make the price to pay for this upgrade $0. So you can continue, and then you have this upgrade laying in your hangar, which you can then apply to the Avenger Titan, and then you have a Cutlass Black. For this, you would go on your profile and then My Hangar. And there would be your upgrade. It would look like this, but it will say from Avenger Titan to Cutlass Black in this example. You press the arrow, then apply upgrade, then you choose the ship that you want to upgrade from. In this case, again, it would be your Avenger Titan. Next, boom. From this moment on, you would have a Cutlass Black in the game. And remember, everything that was included in the original ship, such as the game access, the insurance amount, or other goodies, will transfer over into the Cutlass Black, essentially making this your starter pack then. Alright, let's get to the first combat-oriented game loop that you can play with the Avenger Titan and earn, in this case, 67,000 credits in-game, which is a lot, actually, for starting out. And it also shows you the potential and power of the Avenger Titan as a combat fighter. And the mobility of the Avenger Titan, together with its small signature and that incredible thrusting power, is the key to winning fights and not getting shot. Because remember, you're a little starter ship, so you don't have a lot of ship or shields or armor. But if you are the fastest thing out there and so small and mobile, you are not getting shot. So that's effectively your defense, not your shield, not your armor. That mobility is your defense. And if you use it well, you're not getting shot. And at the same time, the same mobility advantage also allows you to use the highest damage output weapons in the game. In this case, the attrition laser repeaters, which I'm using in size 4 and 3 here right now, okay? Those things by far outperform everything else in the game in terms of damage. However, they have a slower projectile travel speed, right? So you would miss a lot of shots with other ships, but thanks to the mobility of the Avenger Titan, you dictate the terms on which the combat goes, and with that speed and mobility, you can safely score shots even with these highest damage output weapons. And that is a great combination, okay? Of course, I would still consider running perhaps Rhinos and Panthers in PvP for dogfighting, but for anything PvE related, you would be perfectly equipped with those attritions, and you could hit even, like, for example, this fast Avenger Titan that we just shot down as well, okay? Because with this mobility, you catch everything. I skipped ahead to the end of the escort mission, which is a bit of a longer one, where we're fighting two F7Cs here, which are already really strong medium fighters. Of course, they're AI controlled and therefore not really much of a threat, especially if you know how to fly. But you see, no matter what movement these F7s are making, I am just on them, no problem, with the speed and mobility of the Avenger Titan, and thanks to the choice of attrition repeaters, I even out-damage them. That's the end, and now, since the Avenger Titan has a bit of room inside in the back, you can also pick up friends. That's something that an F7 could not do either. There's no interior. This one has it, and that's why I can pick up my friend. And that's also why I can do an extra small cargo hole as a mission game loop, okay? I think a good starter ship will allow you to do pretty much any game loop at least in the beginning area or levels, okay? And the Avenger Titan does exactly that. Of course, you won't be mining or salvaging with it, but you get what I mean, right? And I'll show you a few more game loops. In this case, we have a cargo hold with 6 SCU, up to 8 SCU we could carry, no problem. And we're just throwing that into the back of the ship. With the ramp open, parked close to the elevator. By the way, we did try to stack 2 boxes over each other, but unfortunately, as you see here, just by an inch doesn't work, because if this would work, you could actually transport a 16 SCU cargo box with this. It would be crazy cool. However, unfortunately, it doesn't work. And also, you see there's a ladder at the front cockpit where you can get in to the ship once you have filled that cargo all the way here. However, getting back out of it is something that I just couldn't figure out. I couldn't figure out how to get out of the ship by using the ladder. There must be a way to do it, I just couldn't figure it out. So if you're full in the back, I don't know how to get out. That cargo hold was 50,000 credits gained, and I skipped the process of sending it down for you guys. We're now in the stats and loadouts and comparison to other ships and starter packs area of my video, which I always consider as one of the most important part of my reviews. You see, I've chosen exactly the setup you've seen here in the gameplay. The Attrition Laser 4 Laser Repeater and the Ardor Salvage Repeater 3, which are, by the way, the same as the Attrition 3. You could also choose those. They are just slightly upgraded, but not available in-game so easily, okay? Now, I also went with stealth components, because you're not gonna make the Avenger Titan a meta dogfighter ship, but you can make it stealthier to show up much later on enemy radars, to go unnoticed, or to surprise attack people, which is far more important than having a bit more shield energy, if you ask me. And for that, you could equip Shimmer, Delta Max, and Vapor Block, and Saphir components. And that will give you a 5800 IR or heat signature and a 4900 EM signature, which is relatively low. Of course, the cross-section of 7600 stays the same, but it means you, I think, appear somewhere around between 4 and 5 kilometers for enemies to lock onto and on their radars. I believe before that, you will not appear unless it's a large ship with a large radar. And so you can have a chance at not being spotted, and that is really the most beneficial thing. If you do not care about stealth, you can go with the Palisade Breton, Ice Plunge, and Colossus components. Those would give you the highest shield capacities and cooling and energy available and so on, but again, it's just a little more shielding really that you gain, together with more quantum speed and quantum range. I also chose, by the way, Rhinos and Panthers as weapons here, because they travel these energy projectiles almost twice as fast, and therefore against small, fast targets, you score much more safe your hits, even though technically you have half the amount of damage output compared to the attritions, but by making up for it with more accuracy, you may actually get a better job done, okay? Now, let's go to the starter pack showcase, as well as the comparisons to other starter packs and the upgrades to other ships. You see, I consider the Avenger Titan the only one that makes sense next to the Golem as a mining ship, in case this is what you want to do as a starter guide. Also, there will be a very soon, I think, a new salvaging size 1 starter pack also coming to the game. I'm not sure what the name will be. I think it's an RSI ship in the same size, and you can do the salvaging game loop, which is very lucrative typically. Better than mining, I believe. But then we have also the Cutlass Black as a more all-round daily driver. But then again, you can just get the Titan and then upgrade to the Cutlass Black as well. I've shown you how upgrading works. You see the DPS of the Titan is about 2000 in the Salvage Laser Attrition DPS, which I use for comparing across all ships, as well as using the same meta components. Cutlass Black would have slightly more DPS only, not even that much more, but of course a bit more shield and much more hull HP. Okay, and cargo inside of 46 SCU. That, of course, is a big advantage of this daily driver. Now, when it comes to upgrading from the Avenger Titan, for example, you could go to a C1 Spirit, which has 64 SCU. It's much larger. It is an incredibly beautiful ship with a tractor beam on the back where you can really load cargo very nicely. It has 67,000 HP, which is a crazy amount of health, and also the same shielding as the Cutlass Black on the left. with the same 2,400 DPS. It costs $15 more than the Cutlass Black though, but in my opinion it's worth this upgrade. It's a much better ship in my opinion. Now, we have the shift, and remember this is the wrong symbol. It should look different because they don't have the shift picture yet here on this hangar viewer. But it will have 32 SCU cargo. Most importantly though, it has 3,700 DPS. That's the ship that I told you was currently the most attractive one to upgrade to. 6,000 shield as well, like the others, and still 34,000 HP, but great mobility and immense damage output. And right now, under discount, $135, and later it will be $150. The ultimate daily driver, and this is why it has to be here, is the Constellation Taurus with 174 SCU grid cargo, a real hauler almost, and you can even store more than 200 SCU if you overload the ship. You have 5,400 DPS, pilot controlled with these attrition size 5s 4 times, and you have 70,000 shield energy. Comparing this to this is more than 10 times the shield of even the highest shielded ships here on this list, okay? And also 140,000 HP. It brings multi-crew aspects to the game. It has a tractor beam underneath as well. The highest, like an incredible quantum range. It is just overall the best bang for the buck across all of Star Citizen, and that's why I believe I have to include it when it comes to upgrading. This is eventually the ship that you'd kind of want to get to. But you can also buy it in-game by using regular game modes as game loops as well and earning money in-game, of course, right? But yeah, so this is for a starter pack comparison and upgrading other ships and what their stats would look like. Alright, so what fits inside the Avenger Titan? The Tumbrel does not fit inside, as you can see right here, and I believe it also means the Rock Miner won't fit inside. But what you can get in is the Pulse Bike, of course, the smallest item in the game, that allows you massive speed on the ground. You could, for example, land safely far away from a bunker mission and just use the bike to get to the bunker, because the bike will not get targeted by the enemy base turrets. Okay, so that would be cool. Also, when exiting, by the way, you glitch through the hull a little bit, but you see enough room to walk around and get from different angles. And even, I guess you could fit 2 of those bikes even. Now, this, by the way, is one of the rarest items in the game, the starcitizen dragonfly. And I happen to have that, very proud, although it's just, Drake dragonfly, basically. It does even fit inside the Avenger Titan. The problem is, though, the way I parked right now, I can't leave into the front. I think you could park it better and you could use it even here. But yeah, let me show you one last game loop that I think you could do very easily to make a lot of money. It's any of these sweep and clear locations, or where you have to, take out a bunch of dudes. Of course, you can also do the regular bunker FPS missions and just fly to that with the ship. But you can also use the ship itself to clear out enemies. With the button L, you activate the light and you see the enemies better, and then you just shoot them down with your laser weapons. When you have the attritions on, like I do here, every single hit is a one-hit kill against a person, no matter how much armor, because those attrition weapons have a lot of damage output. If you had rhinos and panthers, they wouldn't score instant deaths. Anyways, that's the end of this starter guide video right here. I hope you had a good time and learned a lot of things. Like I said, I believe the Avenger Titan is the ideal choice to make when starting out, and right now there is the best time ever with the 24 months of insurance, as well as all the other goodies, and also the chance to win the giveaway here when you used my referral link down below to create your Star Citizen account and then gotten yourself a starter pack afterwards. And after that, just fill out the form. If I can cross-check the list of recruits with your name and you're in there, you have a chance to win that $50 gift card and have it sent to you per email, okay? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think about the Avenger Titan. I would like to hear your thoughts on it, and catch you in the next videos, my friends. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.